Well, good afternoon, everyone. Can everybody hear me okay? Sound good? All right, thanks. My name is Todd Schell. I'm a product manager at Ivanti, and I'm actually responsible for our patch products. And I guess to kind of get started here today, Ivanti's been around for a long time, not under necessarily that name. We were founded in January of last year, but we were kind of a merger of a bunch of companies. We're going to give out a couple of gift cards here to get started. That wasn't me, right? Who can name four of the companies that there's four companies. Let's name. Can somebody name some of the ones that were founded by Ivanti? Yes, sir. You are correct. Shavlik, Katie, or Michelle. Give this gentleman a card. We have $20 gift cards we're handing out here at the beginning. Oh, go ahead. Heat Software, that's correct. That's another one. Who else knows another company that was founded? Absence, that's correct. Okay, that's three. One more. Landesk, that's right. So those are the kind of the four big ones that were formed. Now there have been a couple since then. Don't get me wrong. Res Software was also integrated into our company as well. But really, kind of to get started here, what I want to talk about today are bridging the gap between security and operations. So to kind of get started, what's really been the hot topic this year has been the Spectre and Meltdown vulnerabilities that surfaced in Intel's processors earlier this year. A lot of hype. We haven't seen any activity as far as penetrations using these go. However, back in July of this year, there was a demonstration called NetSpectre where they actually showed these being actively exploited. And it made the news. eWeek was one of the first to publish information about this. They had a great demonstration. And this particular vulnerability that was penetrated was CVE2393. It was one of the first ones that were released back in January of this year. Now, maybe your boss saw this on the news or your security team, and they were concerned about it. So you want to go in and take a look at, for example, are we vulnerable to this? Have we patched for this particular problem? So dealing with one particular CVE is pretty easy. This is our patch for Windows product, came from the Shavlik side of the house. Very easy to go in, look up a CVE and find out which systems you scan for it, which ones are currently vulnerable. So you can go through and do that fairly easily. However, what do you do when you have to deal with lots of vulnerabilities? One's pretty easy, maybe 1,000. 10,000 or 50,000, very difficult. And that's one of the things that we want to talk about here today, how we can help you do that. So let's take a step back before we dig into that any deeper. And what we're going to talk about are some of the approaches that we take and we recommend to our customers as far as protecting their systems. So, we're very, very, very supportive of the Center for Internet Security's approach to business. The top 5 controls that they're recommending shown here. Obviously you have to know what you need, what you have in your inventory, first of all, from a hardware and software perspective. But the third most important thing that they recommend is continuous vulnerability management. That's really what it's all about. Making sure that you have the ability to scan your systems, detect when they're vulnerable, get the latest patches implemented very quickly. So continuous vulnerability management, very important from a patch perspective. Now, one of the things that we went through as a company when we formed back in January of last year is we did a survey of 100 different CIOs and CSOs of some of the major companies here in the United States to find out kind of what do we really need to, what barriers do we need to break down to be successful with regards to our security products. And we got a couple of interesting comments. The first thing is that there's a big disparity between what security wants and what IT wants. Obviously, IT wants things to work smoothly. They're responsible for making sure the company runs successfully, right? While at the same time, security wants to make sure that things are secure. A lot of times, necessarily conflicting approaches to business. So the main thing is that at the endpoint, they both have to work together. And the executives know this. We just need to make it happen. So one of the things that we really need to do is try to figure out how do we bridge that gap between IT and operations. Well, one of the things that we have to do is tear down some of those traditional barriers and make sure that whatever processes are in place, mechanisms are in place, even the people that are involved in these jobs work very successfully together. So once again, coming back to the CIS's third recommendation on continuous vulnerability management, how hard can this handoff be between, security and operations? Well, in reality, it can be very challenging. Each vulnerability assessment that's done on the security side can contain thousands to tens of thousands of detected vulnerabilities in our systems. Okay? They take that report and they hand it over to us on the IT side to deal with it. Deduplicating and researching that list of detected CVEs can take a long time, okay? A lot of people have to do this manually, basically look up the CVE, find out which patches remediate it, then go through and deploy those patches in their environment. How many people spend a significant amount of their job doing this today? Okay, it does take a lot of time, right? And it's kind of tedious in nature as well. So what we want to do is we want to help you do some of this. So what if you could follow a map, basically taking that vulnerability and very quickly identifying the patch? Like I said, a single product can have dozens of CVEs associated with it. You can see that just Java alone in 2017 had 79 CVEs. It's been a little bit slower this year so far. They've done a pretty good job. Not a lot of vulnerabilities detected, but through the releases of the 3 CPUs or their critical product updates that they've given, there have only been 36 so far this year. However, over the last couple of months, I don't know if you guys have seen this trend as well, some of the major releases of some of the more common products have had quite a few CVEs that we've had to deal with. So, how do we deal with this? You get your Qualys report every month. You know, it could be a Rapid7, it could be anybody, an SS who's doing the reporting out there. What you want to be able to do is take this information and very quickly assimilate it and identify the patches that are available for it. So what I want to walk through are a couple of slides here showing you now our implementation and how we're handling this within our plugin for SCCM. We have a third-party patch product that integrates directly into SCCM. It's called Patch for SCCM, surprise, surprise. And it works very closely with the API and the other features that are available within Configuration Manager. Essentially, we have a plugin that directly integrates, and you can see on the ribbon bar here, we've added this new feature that's coming out in October called Import CVEs. Okay? So what we're doing is we're able to take and actually pull in the file from your security people, whether it be, like I said, any of the ones that I mentioned earlier, Qualys, Rapid7, any of those. As long as it's plain text and we can scrape through it and read it, we can actually identify and pull out the CVEs. And what we're doing is we're able to match those up against our third-party product catalog to very quickly identify the associated patches. So here's the first step. Read in that file. In this case, you can see up at the top there, I've identified a CVE.txt file. It will actually go through, it'll map the associated applications. It'll show summary information. In this one here, I only have 11 unique updates related to 56 CVEs. But if you come over to our booth afterwards, and I know some of you have already, we've shown a 62 meg file from Rapid7 that I've imported in a matter of seconds and identified something like 5,000 CVEs. Very quick, very easy, match those up very quickly with the applications that have to be patched. The next step is you go in and you filter on the applications. All right, which ones do I have in my environment? Which applications do I need to patch? So we can go through and do that. Step away from the speaker here. Very quickly select those. And then the final step is you get those ready for publishing to your update point. Once again, quick, painless, very quick to do. So that's how one of the recommendations that we have for bridging the gap. You can very quickly make friends with your security team. You don't have to get mad at them when they come over to your office and drop off that security report. You can quickly select your updates and go through and make sure that you can publish and schedule those during your next deployment. So once again, very quickly. So the question is, what are you going to do with all your free time, right? Another question for you guys. First one to answer here. So we're wearing these Hawaiian shirts. It's kind of so we stand out, obviously, on the floor here. But does anybody know what our theme is for our booth? Yeah. What's that? Aloha? No, it's not Aloha. But go ahead and give them a card. That's a good guess. Any other guesses? Hashtag. Our hashtag is beaches, not breaches. That's what it's all about, right? All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for their time. We are in booth number 1600. Come by. We are giving away one more airline ticket today, right, Katie? Okay, we're giving away a $500 airline ticket to help you get to that beach at the end of the day. So please come by our booth, and we can give you a demo of the products live if you want to see them there. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you coming by. At 2:30. Sorry, we're handing away the airline ticket at 2:30.
And we have smoothies from 2 to 4. So.
There you go, smoothies from 2 to 4. Thank you very much for your time.